Hello and welcome back to Star News Analysis, a special live bulletin by the Daily Star on the 2026 national election, the counting of which is going on right now, and it seems to be a close head-to-head between the two major parties, the BNP and Jamaat Islami. You can catch us live in the Daily Star's Facebook page and YouTube channel. I am Naziba Bashir, bringing you the latest developments from the Daily Star's website. Let's begin with a look at the key election updates we have so far. As you can see, we're already trying to keep up with the updates. The unofficial results, BNP leading in 9 of 13 seats, Jamaat ahead in 3, independent in 1. There's Rumin Farhana leading in Brahmanbaria 2. Results from 45 of 151 polling centers have been disclosed. BNP's Asaduzzaman wins in Jhinaidaho 1, secures 171,756 votes. Another part of unofficial results, Jamaat's Shishir Munir congratulates BNP's Nasir Chaudhry. Nasir gets 74,289 votes from 88 of 111 centers. In Bagherhat, Jamaat is leading. Sheikh Munjrul Haq leads with a big margin. Meanwhile, BNP is leading in 4 out of 5 Netrokona seats. In only one constituency, the Jamaat candidate is ahead by a narrow margin. If we go to the unofficial results, we'll see results from 13 seats where the votes of more than 50% of the centers have been counted, shows BNP is leading in 9, Jamaat Islami is leading in 3, and independent candidate is leading in 1. BNP candidate and former Attorney General MD Asaduzzaman has unofficially won from Jhinaidaho 1. Of course, in Thakurgaon 1 constituency, BNP Secretary General Mr. Fakhrul Islam Alamgir is leading according to the results from 138 centers out of a total of 185. Meanwhile, Jamaat Islami candidates are leading in 3 out of the 4 parliamentary constituencies in Kushtia district, while a BNP-backed candidate is ahead in 1 as of the filing of this report. In Brahmanbaria 2, independent candidate Rubin Farhana is leading in Brahmanbaria 2, Shorail, Ashuganj, and parts of Bijaynagar. As of 10 p.m., results of 45 out of 151 polling centers have been announced. Rumin, an independent candidate contesting with the duck symbol, secured 34,460 votes. In Jhinaidaho, BNP candidate and former Attorney General MD Asaduzzaman has unofficially won in Jhinaidaho 1 Shailkupa constituency in the 13th national parliamentary election. According to the unofficial results received from all polling centers, Asaduzzaman secured 171,756 votes, while his nearest rival, Jamaat candidate Motiur Rahman, obtained 55,930. Jamaat Islami candidate Mohammad Shishir Munir, also Supreme Court lawyer, congratulated BNP candidate Nasir Chaudhry as the latter is leading by a big margin in Sunamganj 2 constituency, Dirai and Shalla in the 13th national election. Shishir Munir, on a Facebook post around 8:30 p.m., said, "Congratulations to Nasiruddin Chaudhry, the winner in my constituency. My heartfelt greetings to you." In Bagherhat 2, among the 139 centers in Bagherhat 2, comprising Bagherhat Shodor and Kochua, results from 76 centers have been disclosed unofficially, where the Jamaat-led alliance is leading. Sheikh Munjurul Haq from Jamaat-led alliance is leading with 62,154 votes, followed by Sheikh Muhammad Zakir Hussain from the BNP alliance with 30,663 votes. Ahmed Salim is currently at third position with 26,400 votes. In Netrokona, among the 5 parliamentary constituencies, BNP-backed candidates are leading in 4 seats. Only in one constituency, the Jamaat Islami candidate with the scale symbol is ahead by a narrow margin. This information was obtained from the results received at the returning officer's office around 9:15 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a look at the live results coming in from the Election Commission. Stay with us for a while.
মানিকগঞ্জ 2, মোট কেন্দ্র সংখ্যা 186, ফলাফল প্রাপ্ত কেন্দ্র সংখ্যা 25। জনাব এস এম আব্দুল মান্নান, জাতীয় পার্টি, প্রতীক লাঙ্গল, প্রাপ্ত ভোট 802। জনাব মইনুল ইসলাম খান, বাংলাদেশ জাতীয়তাবাদী দল, ধানের শীষ প্রতীক, প্রাপ্ত ভোট 22,863। জনাব মোহাম্মদ আলী, ইসলামী আন্দোলন বাংলাদেশ, প্রতীক হাত পাখা, প্রাপ্ত ভোট 545। জনাব সালাহ উদ্দিন, খেলাফত মজলিস, প্রতীক দেওয়াল ঘড়ি, প্রাপ্ত ভোট 9,217। ব্রাহ্মণবাড়িয়া 3, মোট কেন্দ্র 144, ফলাফল প্রাপ্ত কেন্দ্র 49। জনাব আতাউল্লাহ, জাতীয় নাগরিক পার্টি, শাপলাকলি, প্রাপ্ত ভোট 14,846। জনাব আয়েশা আক্তার, ইসলামিক ফ্রন্ট বাংলাদেশ, প্রতীক চেয়ার, প্রাপ্ত ভোট 185। জনাব নিয়াজুল করিম, ইসলামী আন্দোলন বাংলাদেশ, প্রতীক হাত পাখা, 1662। মোহাম্মদ আবু হানিফ, জনাব মোহাম্মদ আবু হানিফ, ইনসানিয়াত বিপ্লব বাংলাদেশ, আপেল প্রতীক নিয়ে পেয়েছেন 179 ভোট। জনাব মোহাম্মদ ওমর ইউসুফ খান, স্বতন্ত্র প্রার্থী, হরিণ প্রতীক নিয়ে পেয়েছেন 60 ভোট। জনাব মোহাম্মদ খালেদ হোসেন জনাব মোহাম্মদ খালেদ হোসেন মাহবুব, বাংলাদেশ জাতীয়তাবাদী দল, ধানের শীষ প্রতীক নিয়ে পেয়েছেন 52,601 ভোট। জনাব মোহাম্মদ রেজাউল ইসলাম ভুয়া, জাতীয় পার্টি, লাঙ্গল প্রতীক নিয়ে পেয়েছেন 669 ভোট। একই আসনের গণভোটের ফলাফল: হা প্রতীক পেয়েছে 19,568 ভোট, না প্রতীক পেয়েছে 9,644 ভোট।
We've just taken a quick overview of the major stories to help us understand what they mean. We are now joined by former BBC correspondent and senior journalist Shakil Anwar. Welcome back.
Hello.
So, Mr. Shakil, we are now seeing that the results are trickling in, they're coming in, and we already have some prominent faces getting the good news. We have Rumin Farhana, prominent BNP leader, Fazlur Rahman, Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir, all leading in their constituencies. Tariq Rahman has meanwhile won in both his seats. The Jamaat Amir is also leading in his constituencies. So with all of this combined, we also see that in other news outlets, we are getting news that BNP is leading in 58 of the seats. BNP is leading in 85 of the seats, actually, and Jamaat is the Jamaat Alliance in 26.
Yeah.
So with everything coming in, what does it look like? It's heating up, isn't it?
Well, if you ask me, am I surprised? I'm not. I'm not. Actually, that is expected.
Right.
That was expected. Jamaat led a very good campaign and created an atmosphere. Many thought, they might even win.
Right.
But given the history of their success since '91, it was too much.
Yeah.
To ask, actually, they will win. Well, if the trend goes like that, as you said, 85 so far, BNP and its allies, and 26 so far,
The
Jamaat and its allies. So altogether, 110-15 seats. So another 200, nearly 180. So if it trend goes like that, it will be 75, 225.
Right.
And that would be big for Jamaat, I think. Their biggest achievement was in 1991, which was 18. So if they take it to 72 or even 62, it will be big leap, actually.
Right.
And a good stone for them. They should be happy about it. It will be a good stone for them to be a big party.
Right.
And I guess, if there's election in next 5 years, and there is a kind of rehabilitation of BNP, Awami League, rehabilitation of Awami League, and if we guess that there will be a election where Awami League, BNP and Jamaat participating, Jamaat will be seen as a big contender.
Right.
So that would be the trend of future politics, I guess.
Right. Yeah. I think that's kind of something that everybody has been hoping for a more inclusive politics. At the same time, we saw some youth winners, some young leaders who Hasnat Abdullah has won uncontested in his constituency. Nahid Islam is leading. We also have Junaid Saki, who is leading in his constituency.
Probably won from Rangpur.
Right. Yeah. And from the females, we have Rumin Farhana. So with these new faces coming into parliament, what do you think our next parliamentary session is going to be?
Well, the inclusion of these so-called, within quote, July warriors.
Right.
Hasnat, then Akhtar, they were in the forefront of the July movement. So people probably like it, I think, and it's needed actually.
Yeah.
It's a kind of recognition by the voters of that movement.
Right.
Kind of the voters recognized their value. Yeah. So I think it will be good, and they are good talkers actually.
Right.
Hasnat is a good. He will be a good parliamentarian.
He's a
I tell you,
passionate politician. Yeah.
Yeah. So he will bring something new in the parliamentary debate. I guess. Yeah. He will be.
It will be exciting. Actually.
Exciting.
I think to see Hasnat Abdullah and Rumin Farhana.
I'll be watching what Hassan is saying in the debate in
Right.
parliament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. In other places, we have seen Bobby Hajjaj and Mamunul Haq in close competition as well. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think Islami Andolon Bangladesh might actually find an edge in that constituency?
Islami Andolon is Mamunul Haq Islam. He's not.
No, Khilafat Majlis.
Khilafat
Sorry,
Majlis.
yeah, Khilafat Majlis
Khilafat
Bangladesh, right? Yeah.
I was having a kind of information over the last 2-3 days that he might win.
Right.
He might win. There are some madrasas in that area, and he's popular with these rickshaw pullers and small traders, small shopkeepers, and they are big numbers. So I guess he might pull off, but you never know, because Bobby Hajjaj had that power of money and a big party behind him.
Right.
So organization is very important. So let's see what happens.
Right.
Yeah.
In other news, Dhaka 8 was always a very heated constituency, and we have Mirza Abbas and Nasiruddin Patwari. Patwari was leading at one point, and then Mirza Abbas overtook. What do you think that is going to play?
Well, he fought a good battle, actually.
Yeah.
He fought a very good battle, Patwari. And he made the things interesting in Dhaka, Patwari. Yeah? Everybody was watching what will happen.
Yeah.
But, ultimately, this experience and big political party, big organization won. So Patwari is very inexperienced.
Right.
And Mirza Abbas is very much experienced.
Exactly.
So ultimately, experience triumphed.
Right. So speaking of Mirza Abbas, we also have other big stalwarts of the BNP who are now leading in the race. There's Salahuddin Chaudhry. There is also Mirza Fakhrul Alamgir. So and Tariq Rahman, of course. So with this, what does that say about the future of BNP? Because this may as well actually be their last maybe election or second last. So the future of BNP, what does this say?
It's okay for some, maybe Mirza Abbas, Fakhrul Islam Alamgir, but you never know actually.
Right.
If there's a midterm election in 3 years, they will again contest probably. If it is after 10 years,
right.
So it depends on when the election is happening. But yeah, it will be a combination of actually young and experienced.
Right.
That's not bad for actually BNP. Their young leader, but he will get some experienced folks around him.
Right.
That's needed actually.
Yeah. They have always kind of been mentors to Tariq, haven't they?
I'm not sure about it whether they were mentors.
Right. But maybe this time they will.
Maybe Tariq is inexperienced, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
So Tariq needs them.
in say Dhaka 9, one of, for example, for the Gen Z, a huge defeat was that Tasnim Jara lost. But then they also got Habibur Rahman Habib leading in Dhaka 9. So what are your thoughts about how do you think Habib will take over the constituency and take that seat far?
Well, everybody about Zara, Zara was in the news agenda quite heavily since she left NCP.
Yeah.
And the many journalists were telling me she might pull it off,
Right.
but unfortunately for many of her followers and fans, she probably was expected in the parliament. Everybody was, many were expecting. But again, I'll repeat the same thing, inexperience and the big, the strength of big organization,
Right.
the weight of the big organization is crucial in elections still in this country.
Do you think there is somewhat of a lack of faith among voters when it comes to young politicians?
Well, lack of faith, yes, kind of. But that's why NCP couldn't actually
Stand as a separate party.
I think so. Yeah, and they were very successful in mobilizing that movement.
Yeah.
They managed to bring people with them and did something very unexpected actually, and nobody thought about it. They will be able to pull that off in August 24. But following that, what they couldn't do is to make a connection with the people.
Right.
Yeah, especially I asked about NCP in rural areas. They have no idea who they are actually.
Yeah.
So that was their failure actually, and that's why they thought we don't have any other option rather than joining with Jamaat. They were forced actually.
Yeah.
So many thought they should have been stayed as a pressure group rather than a political party.
Right.
Because politics is an experience. They could have gained that experience in 5 years,
Right.
sitting somewhere as a pressure group, and then after 5 years know what politics is, especially electoral politics is, and then start. But they floated the party in February probably last year, and the election came very quickly.
Yeah.
And they couldn't cope it.
Within 1 year, actually, of forming their party,
and their average age, mean age is 28, I think.
Yeah.
So it's too much for them, too much expectation from them. And if they get 4 or 5 seats, that's a good achievement, I should say, given their age of the party.
So, sir, do you believe that after a very, very long time, we're about to get a parliament with a mixed bag of politicians, with youth and women and left and right, all combined?
Yeah, left and right, not left.
Maybe a few left
right and
elements,
centrist.
right,
Yes, right and centrist, and youth. Youth, some, not many. Not many, but it will be interesting parliament, I think.
How much do you think with this new parliament, women's voices were actually very important, but we're not seeing that much. We're maybe seeing a couple of women faring well. So how do you think that's going to take us back?
Actually, there is no women from Jamaat.
Right. They didn't field any candidates.
Exactly. And NCP had some, a couple probably,
Right.
But they are not winning.
Yeah.
So this alliance, Jamaat and they don't have any women in the parliament. Okay, so only from BNP. So how many? Not even 5%.
No, overall, I believe the number of
5%.
female candidates all over were 3.26%.
Not even 5%.
Yeah, not even 5%.
So it's a pity.
Yeah.
Shame.
How do you think that will affect Parliament and the future of
Let's
politics?
see, what happens in the higher chamber.
Right.
Yeah. I think they will try to cover that up with the higher chamber.
Right.
We'll see more women in the higher chamber, I think, if there is a higher chamber.
Okay.
Eventually.
Last but not least, a prediction.
Prediction is, it's a 200 plus BNP.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Fingers
And
crossed. Yeah.
and Jamaat 70. Yeah, around, and rest is
Independence and a
independents
mix
and
of
others
independence,
is-
right?
Rest 25, 80, 28,
Right.
these kind of things. Yeah, and I'm not surprised.
Right.
This was expected.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Shakil, for staying with us again.
Mhm.
Viewers, we will continue to monitor developments throughout the night and bring you the latest verified, up-to-the-minute information as it unfolds. Stay tuned to the Daily Star for more live updates on the election. See you again shortly, and may the best candidate win.